poppin', guys? Today we are back again with two SPL replays. Actually, this is my week 8 and my week 9 battle. Initially, I was not going to upload either of these games, but I thought about it and I decided to upload both. The reason being, I didn't think both of the games were that good. But in SPL, there are 9 weeks usually, and there's 2 weeks of playoffs, the semis and the finals. And my team, the Classiest, actually made it into the semifinals. So if I am to upload that replay, it would look kind of weird if I went straight from my week 7 replay to like technically the 10th week replay. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. So I figured I'd just upload all the replays regardless as if they're, I guess, what I deem a good game or not. So I kind of just put both of these games together, my OU game versus Joey and my OU game versus CBB, because I mean, I didn't really both of these games aren't that good, which kind of sucks because these are two of like my really good friends and two players I think are great, and it just kind of sucks that neither of these games are that good. But I mean, I guess they're worth watching. I guess let's just get into it. There's nothing really else to really, I don't know how else to really describe this. So anyway, me and Joey pretty much brought fun teams because my team already made it into SPL like playoffs after 6 weeks because my team is amazing. So we already made it in, and we were just gonna use fun stuff, and pretty much that's what happened. I used Sceptile, Tyrantrum, Infern. This team is trash. CTC made both of these. And like, it was just a fun game, so I'm just gonna get into it. I just didn't want to upload it because I guess it's not really competitive. Like, I mean, it is, but you'll see. So I lead off a Sceptile, he leads off a Garchomp. I go into Scarm turn 1 because I'm like, what if it's Scarf? As this guy goes into a Celebi. I don't know what this Celebi did, but then he just U-turns. You know, I got that Rocky Helmet, Spike Scarm, so we're laying up layers as Joey brings in Pidgeot, and then I look at my screen and I'm like, Pidgeot counter Tyrantrum. Good looks, good looks. So I go into Tyrantrum, right? Scarf Tyrantrum, he goes for a Hurricane. Hurricane does 600,000%. 52, dude. Like, it's a resist. What the hell? I switch out of here because I realized I need to get my Sceptile evolved ASAP. I know he's going to switch out Fearing Scarf, and I predicted the Cobalion, so I went into it. Works out fantastic. Because I need to get up the Mega, otherwise Pidgeot's going to kill every Mon. So now he's going to make the switch into his Clefable, as I think I just missed the Focus Blast here. Pretty sure that's what happens. Yeah, Focus Blast hits the side. Now here, I make some trash plays. Okay, to defend myself, me and Joey played a minute after the week 8 matchups went up at like 11:30 p.m. So like, I just kind of like went into it. Looking back at it, I should have gone to Skarmory. I don't know why I went to Infernape. I think I don't know. Let's just forget about this. So I go for a Flare Blitz for no reason. I should have got Rocks up, but whatever. Now I go into my Drill, my Sandstorm Life Orb Drill. So he goes into Rotom, and I'm going to go for the return. And yeah, it does nothing because he's Fizz Def Rotom, of course. This guy, who brings Rotom to a fun game? It's crazy out here. I bring in Tyrantrum here as he goes for the Wisp. I figured I need to sack this thing because all my other Pokemon literally died to Rotom besides Sceptile, and I need Sceptile's HP up. I can't risk a burn. I switch out here into Sceptile here, predicting the Volt Switch, but he just goes back into Cobalion. I guess really not wanting to take damage. Yeah. Now he's gonna go into Celebi, as I think I just Focus Blast again, and it does a pretty decent chunk actually. And then Joey reveals that he Scarf Celebi, so this is it's just getting wild out here. He does 40%, then he's gonna go into his Clefable, as I'm going to go for the Pulse, and then I'm going to Leaf Storm the following turn, I think. Yeah, and just get rid of the Clef. So yeah, so far it's looking pretty odd, but you already know how this plays out. He goes back into Lord Pidgeot. Switching is you know, Tyrantrum, as he actually goes for a Heat Wave. I don't know why he went for Heat Wave. I mean, it doesn't really change anything. Maybe he no, I don't know why he went for Heat Wave. But yeah, he's gonna go into Garchomp here, as I just go for a Head Smash to kind of sack this, and I do like 19%, telling me that's offensive chomp. So you already know the drill. I'm gonna just go right back into my Sceptile, because pretty much this is just a game of give and take. I have Sceptile, he has Pidgeot. We both just kind of kill the other's team, except his actually tanks a hit, being Pidgeot, and I don't have anything to tank the hit. Besides, I guess, Suicune. I'm just going to HP Fire here because judging by how much Pulse did, I know this is just going to kill with ease. So I'm not really worried about anything there. Yeah. Now I'm going to go into my Skarmory here and pretty much just sack it to Pidgeot because I can't really go into Suicune here. Otherwise, it's just going to die. And that really, really sucks. But yeah. I'm going to go into Suicune now. I don't know why he... oh, no, I switched on the Heat Wave. Right. I was trying to make some Dawn plays. But Joey just goes into Rotom and... Now I go into Sceptile here, hoping that he just chokes and bolts, because like that's the only way I can win at this point. But that is not what happens. I believe here he just kind of sacks the Celebi, yeah. And I think I pulsed predicting that, even though it's not really a prediction, because what is he doing to me? So, yep, I kill that thing here. and I believe now he's just gonna go right back into Pidgeot the Godfather. And obviously I cannot stay in, so that sucks. I gotta go into Skarmory now and just sack this thing for good. Can't even go off misses because Pidgeot's broken and has no guard or whatever, so Skarm just goes down there. And now I'm gonna bring in my trusty Tailwind 3 attack offensive Suicune. If there was one standard set to have, it was called mine, bro. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam. I freeze the Rotom, so I was like, ooh, I'm in this. It's time to win. I realized, like, I'm gonna win here. I'm just gonna Ice Beam and Hydro Pump and kill the rest. No, so I just miss. He thaws out, and like, it's not like it really makes a difference. Do we keep spamming Hydro Pump? And I think I just hard switch into Sceptile here. This is my only chance to win here if he just didn't go for the Hydro. He crits me, which also kind of sucks, but like, that actually did suck. But I mean, he would have just sacked the Garchomp. So I mean, I don't think it actually mattered. But anyway, yeah, this game ends here. So he a Hydra, he volts out and he goes into his Hurricane Mon and he just wins. So that was this game. I'm like, looking back at it, I think we should have just played a real game because it probably would have been more fun. But like, whatever, I don't really care. So at least at this point now, I'm 5-3 because this is a loss. So after 8 weeks, I'm 5-3. Let's move on to week 9 now. This game was actually a little more serious because, alright, looking at it, I'm playing CBB, and his team is the Team Raiders. They were a really good team, but in week 9, they actually needed to win to have a shot at making playoffs. Unfortunately, though, at the time we had this game, my team had won 6 straight games versus the Raiders, and we had already knocked them out of playoffs contention, so, I guess CBB didn't really care a lot about this game, which is another reason I wasn't going to upload this, and it's a pretty shitty game, you'll see. Anyway, I was going to bring this team day 1 versus CBB. It's just Medicham HO that my buddy ABR pretty much like threw together for me, so shoutouts to him. But as you can see here, it's a pretty cool, like, bulky offense type team. You just kind of like, you abuse the Volt Turn core that Jirachi, Rotom, and Landers give you, and it's pretty easy to bring in Medicham or Specs Keldeo for pretty quick kills. Like, as you can see, Rotom pretty much baits in the Lotties, the Clefables, that kind of thing. Jirachi is there to just lure in like bulky grounds, and it gets up rocks, and it doubles as a Lottie counter, and it's really nice, like Tornadus, because you can switch into Lotties and then U-turn out and just get a lot of initiative. And then I have Scarflando in the bag because it's just like a good thing for patching holes. And if I'm able to kill that Rotom, Scarflando actually kind of destroys CBB. So that was the mentality going into this game. Let's just start it off. So I lead off with Medicham as he leads off with Lopunny. Turn 1, I know he's either going to go for the Ice Punch or the Fake Out. I predicted Fake Out, so I went to Rotom. CBB is crazy. He goes for the Ice Punch. I would have never made that play, but CBB, he's on another plateau. He high jump kicks here, predicting me to Volt Switch, predicting me to predict the Clefable so that I wouldn't want to waste time going for Wisp. So I go for a Volt Switch here, and I bring in my Jirachi here. This is a garbage play. Like the first 5 plays for me are trash. So he goes for a high jump kick. Yeah, and then I go for Rocks here because I'm like, okay, he's gonna switch out, but he doesn't. He gets parried here. Now that para sucked a lot, and it mattered. It's also in my favor for him to get parried. Like, if you give the chances, it's more in my favor to not get attacked than it is for him to attack me. But even then, it's still really stupid. So I feel bad. Here I just go for an Iron Head though, because I don't want anything taking the damage from Lopunny. So yeah, at this point I'm just gonna go for a U-turn as he goes for Rocks. Now I didn't really have to make this play. I could have hard switched into Keldeo, but I didn't want Lottie coming in, so that's pretty much why I just went for U-turn. Like, and I was pretty confident he'd go for Rocks. But now I'm gonna bring in Medicham here, and I'm just gonna go for a high jump kick as he goes into Clefable. And even though Clefable is the most broken Pokemon in the world, it is no match for Medicham. We go for those high jump kicks, and it does 53. He recovers some HP back. I say, we're just going to click it again. Goodbye. The roll is also my favorite. It's 51 to 60, so the 53 is technically a low roll in a sense. So yeah. He goes into Latios here, and I'm going to go into Rotom because CBB used this team for his OST like round 3 game, or no, his teammate used this game last week, and it had EQ Lottie, so I assumed he was going to go super aggro and try and predict the Jirachi, so he'd go for the EQ, but no. At this point, now that he's HP Fire EQ is not a set, or at least it's not used very much, so I'm very, very confident he's either going for the Psyshock or like a Defog or something, so I go into my Jirachi as he does Psyshock, and that's nice because I'm able to keep Death Fodder with the Rotom for later game, or I can Pain Split up on like his own Rotom or something, but he HP Fires again. I'm able to get off a slow U-turn. Now he's in Rocks range, which is pretty great, and yeah, I'm gonna bring in Lando here because I'm Scarf and I can just U-turn on this what's it called, Latios again. So he's gonna go into Paralyzed Lopunny because he doesn't actually really have another good switch in. Because if he goes into Rotom, it's just gonna give me a free chance to bring in Medi and just Oko something. But now I'm gonna go into my own Medicham. I'm just gonna fake him out and crit him, and he dies. Crit mattered, but I mean he doesn't have quick attack, so I was just gonna Ice Punch him the next turn. He goes into Rotom here. The roll is 87 to 101, so I mean, he's at 88. I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna high jump kick, and at that point, even if he lived, I won because I had Specs Keldeo. So at this point, I'm just gonna click high jump kick twice, and the game's gonna end. So that's like, this game was trash. The last game was just for fun. So yeah, like I said, I really wasn't like gonna upload either of those games because they're just, I don't know, I didn't deem either of them enjoyable to watch. Like CBB didn't really try this game. Plus it's just, I don't know, whatever. And the last game was fun Pokemon. But anyway, I didn't want to leave out important games of SPL. I will be uploading the semifinals and the hopefully finals games if we make it that far. Hopefully my team can win this tournament. But regardless of that, hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Later guys. Peace out.